Let's move to viral diseases. Okay. How do virus cause disease? We said, if you remember about bacteria, we said they can release toxins, they can destroy the tissue, they can kill cells. What about the virus mechanisms of making disease in the host body? So the virus attack and destroy certain cells in the body. For example, Polyvirus, it is example of viruses, can destroy the cells, especially in the nervous system, producing paralysis. Polyviruses, girls, that's what cause شلل الأطفال. Okay, this is a virus that affects or destroys cells in the nervous system, producing paralysis. Also, if we say viruses cause disease by directly destroying living cells or by affecting cellular processes, the same way as bacteria has done, in ways that upset homeostasis or disrupting the stable environment around inside our bodies. What are some examples of viral causing diseases? We have the disease called common cold. What is effect on the body? Sneezing, fever, headache. How it is transmitted by if you use contaminated objects or by droplet inhalation. It means someone having the disease, like coughing or sneezing in front of you, and you have caught droplet from him. Influenza, and it is the same, it's like the same family of the COVID-19 or coronavirus. What are effects on the body? Fever, sore throat. Sore throat, it means you have pain, or you have like some when you are swallowing, you have pain, you have headache, cough and fatigue. Okay. How it is transmitted from respiratory droplets to also like coughing and sneezing. Type AIDS, or the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome caused by the HIV virus. This effect on the body is that they have effect on the immune system function of the body. So the AIDS disease causes the body to have low immunity, that any virus or any weak bacteria can affect it. So it is very, and it's life threatening disease here. How it is transmitted either by sexual contact or contaminated by blood or body fluids, making transfusion or body fluids. Also, it can be passed from babies during delivery from a mother that have the disease. Chicken pox, what we call chicken pox, also it makes a rash, a blister. It have lesions having like blisters or pustules and papules. Okay, on the body. Also, it is transmitted by coughing and sneezing. Okay, that's enough for the some virus examples. Okay, but virus, how we can prevent viral diseases? So there are some vaccines, not as much as bacteria, but most viral diseases have vaccines. Also by personal hygiene, like we are saying, including washing your hands frequently, please girls, avoiding contact with sick individuals, or whenever you cough or sneeze, put it into a tissue or in your sleeve, not your hands, because if it is found on your hands and you touch anything, you can transmit the virus. Okay, how we treat viral diseases? Viral diseases, they cannot be treated by antibiotics as bacteria. Antibiotics is confined to bacteria, but there are some antiviral drugs, not so many, that can attack special or specific viral enzymes, and so it can kill or interfere with the growth of the virus. For example, there is antiviral medication for the flu virus. Okay, and also some like antiviral drugs that can act on people with AIDS. It's just for helping to prolong the lives of the people infected with HIV. Antibiotics for bacteria, antiviral for viruses. Okay, let's move to the next page. What is the meaning of emerging disease? What's the meaning of emerging disease, and why we consider emerging diseases like the corona now? They are threatening to the human health. What is the meaning of emerging disease, and why we consider them as threatening to the human health? What is an emerging disease? It is unknown disease, يعني a new disease that comes up or appears in a population for the first time. Okay, like corona and covid here, or a well-known disease that suddenly becomes harder to control, يعني a bacteria or a virus that we knew before but now it became harder, it evolved. How they evolve? By mutations. They become harder and they are harder to control. Okay, what causes this threatening human health is or what causes يعني why they are now more, this emerging disease can threaten population now, especially now, because when we are changing in lifestyle and commerce, يعني we have been changing in our lifestyle from the past to the present. We have changed our lifestyle, and also commerce, it mean we buy things and we sell things, and by these things diseases can be of more threat because it can be transmitted more to people. Okay, high speed travel means that a person can move halfway around the world because people can now travel very fast from one place of maybe from the east to the west, so it can cause transmission of these new emerging diseases threatening population. Okay, huge also quantities of food and goods shipped between regions of the world. طبعا, as we have seen what happened first in China and how this by goods and by people traveling from China to the other body worlds, that corona has been transmitted to all the body or to all the world. Okay, because in the past human population that were once isolated by oceans and mountains, now there is no isolation between the world population. We all like live in one small country or one small valley. We can easily move between countries and very speedily, in high speed, with airplanes or even with ships. Okay, goods transmitted or food transmitted or moved, shipped from one place to another, allow these emerging and new diseases to be threatening to the population. So here, if we say that the pathogens that cause emerging diseases are particularly threatening to human health because human populations have little or no resistance to them, again like COVID-19 now, it is threatening to the human health because we don't have any resistance to it. We didn't knew about it before, the body didn't knew about it before, so it didn't form, you have no immunity against it, and because also the methods of controls have yet not be developed. So we have to do until the scientists reach a vaccine or a treatment. We have to use the methods we have mentioned before: washing hands, avoid contacts, disinfection, eat properly cooked food, these measures to help preventing or to help to decrease the number of the diseased person. Okay, what about new viruses? Because viruses replicate so quickly. Whenever it enters a body, because we have said before that viruses, they are not living things. They have to go into a living cell to replicate. So whenever they replicate, because they are replicating so quickly, mutations can form so quickly. New population or new species of the virus can appear very rapidly too. Yeah, viruses replicate so quickly. Whenever replicating so quickly, it means they can form a mutation also. Whenever mutation so quickly and so quickly evolving new types of viruses, like this AIDS. This age was found in the non-human first primates, and then it moved into humans. Another type of new viruses, the bird flu virus, if you remember it. The bird flu virus or influenza aviar, it was first found in birds, in domestic and in wild birds, but because of gene shuffling on the mutations, because they first they can affect only birds, but due to gene shuffling and mutation, they now can also affect people or human when transmitted between birds or affected diseased birds to